Some royal relationships didn't end quietly. They ended with headlines. One ex gave interviews hinting at royal secrets, another shared private details that embarrassed the palace, and a few fed stories to tabloids, twisting breakups into public scandals. These weren't harmless confessions. They were betrayals that humiliated the crown and exposed what royals do behind closed doors. So, who were these exes, and what did they reveal to the world? Here are 12 royals whose exes sold them out to the media. At number 12, we have Prince Albert II of Monaco's scandal, revealed by his ex-girlfriend Nicole Cost. Nicole met Albert on a flight in July 1997, and they were in a 5-year relationship together. In May 2005, she went to Paris Match with photos of Albert embracing their nearly 2-year-old son, Alexander, confirming her claim. According to The Guardian, Albert initially sued Paris Match and others for violating privacy, but soon publicly acknowledged paternity in July 2005, just before becoming sovereign prince. The European Court of Human Rights ruled media coverage was justified as it involved, quote, politically relevant information. Nicole revealed she and Alexander were living in Albert's Paris apartment, supported financially by him, even as she was misrepresented as a friend's girlfriend. Before Albert's 2011 wedding to Charlene, Nicole claimed Charlene had moved Alexander's room to the staff wing of the palace, a move that shocked her. In response, Albert said he was furious upon hearing this was being revealed. She expressed discomfort at constant comparisons with Princess Charlene, urging respect and saying, quote, we should support each other cordially. The Guardian noted Nicole's stand, I always told Albert that Alexander would not live hidden away. Prince Albert later acknowledged responsibility. I recognize the child, he will have no lack. Her revelations exposed the personal side of royal life and triggered royal and legal fallout. At number 11, we have Princess Anne of the United Kingdom scandal revealed by her ex-boyfriend, Sergeant Peter Cross. In 1979, Detective Sergeant Peter Cross served on Princess Anne's protection detail. Rumors soon spread that they were involved romantically. Scotland Yard swiftly removed him from royal duties, reportedly over concerns he'd become overly familiar. According to Express News Agency, Cross revealed in interviews that Anne used the codename Mr. Wallace when contacting him, likely referencing Wallace Simpson. They continued meeting in secret, often arranged as, quote, a day in the country, even after Cross was resigned. Angered by being removed, Cross decided to go public. In September 1985, he sold the story to the News of the World. He claimed they'd met privately at her country estate and in Surrey houses. He was even invited to see her daughter Zara at birth and for her first birthday, giving a teddy bear and a jumpsuit. Buckingham Palace attempted to discredit Cross, describing him as vain and unfaithful, but the tabloids stood by his story. Cross affirmed his version years later, saying he was still married when the Sun broke the story, and once divorced, felt free to confirm, quote, it was true. The palace tried to cover it up, but Cross insisted it was real, and the media confirmed it was a legit scandal. Next, we have Prince Carl Philip of Sweden's scandal, revealed by his ex-girlfriend Emma Pernald. Introduced in 1999 during a sailing trip, the couple confirmed their romance in 2001 and remained a stable royal fixture for nearly 10 years. Emma was embraced by the royal family, especially King Carl XVI Gustav, Queen Sylvia, and the princesses Victoria and Madeline. They even lived together and were spotted at major family events, and according to Hello Magazine, the decision to part ways was announced to The Expression as a mutual, quote, taking a break, with Emma choosing to stay silent on the details. Sources noted that with the engagement of Crown Princess Victoria to Daniel Westling in early 2009, the pressure on Carl Philip increased, and the relationship ended quietly soon after, when Carl Philip later said he hadn't felt the magic of love until meeting Sophia Helkvist. Emma expressed hurt and surprise, quote, it was strange to hear that. I felt love in the 10 years that we had shared, she told Aftonbladet. Despite the emotional sting, Emma emphasized she held no ill will, congratulating Carl Philip and Sophia on their engagement. Emma remained restrained. She never leaked intimate stories, personal drama, financial details, or behind-the-scenes disses. Her public comments were limited to expressing her feelings, defending the sincerity of their decade-long love, and highlighting her ongoing friendship with the royal family. Some exes gave interviews. The next ones, they brought photos, letters, even lawsuits. One scandal ruined a marriage, another ended in court, and one nearly broke a royal family. At number 9, we have Queen Letizia of Spain's scandal, revealed by her ex-boyfriend Jaime del Burgo. Born in 1970, Jaime del Burgo Asparaz is a Spanish businessman and lawyer who married Letizia's sister, Telma Oritz. From 2012 to 2016, he was reportedly a close friend of Letizia before her marriage and even served as a witness at her wedding in 2004. Del Burgo says they began a romantic relationship around 2002-2004, just as Letizia was meeting Prince Philippe, and it continued intermittently until 2011. According to Town & Country magazine, Del Burgo claims Letizia met him the night before marrying Philippe and pleaded, "Never leave me." They reportedly discussed divorce and life together in New York or Florida, even surrogacy in Los Angeles. They had a secret, quote, nest apartment in Madrid. Del Burgo recounts a July 2010 moment at Zarzuela that, quote, "She said, 'I love you,' and he replied, 'I love you.'" Alongside the story, he shared the selfie of Letizia pregnant, wearing a black pashmina, claiming it was a gift and proof. The affair allegedly ended by phone in 2011 when Letizia told him, "We can't continue seeing each other." Initially, journalist Jaime Penafiel included portions in his books, Letizia y Yo and Letizia's Silences, but Del Burgo says they left out most of his story. He plans to launch his 8-episode docuseries and film titled Nothing But the Truth in 2025, replacing his initial book idea. Next, we have the Princess Stephanie of Monaco's scandal revealed by her ex-husband, Daniel Ducarret. In summer 1996, Daniel, ex-bodyguard turned husband, was lured by Muriel Fili Mol Houtman, a Belgian model, to a villa in Villefranche-sur-Mer. Photographer Stefan de Leschiski and his assistant ambushed him, capturing 396 photos of Daniel and Fili in a pool. Ducarret claims he lost his sense via spiked champagne, which impaired his judgment, and that it was all a trap purely for a photo op. According to Alamy, the photos were sold to Italian and Spanish tabloids. Princess Stephanie discovered them and immediately filed for divorce on the 16th of September 1996, finalized the 4th of October 1996. Daniel publicly expressed shame, quote, "I feel a lot of shame. I've betrayed my wife and my children." He apologized to the princess in intimate letters later published in Paris Match and his 1997 Letter to Stephanie book. One line read, "The night after my mistake, I felt dirty. I didn't dare hug the children." He blamed drugged champagne and loss of self-control. He filed a lawsuit under French privacy law, and Mol Houtman received 6 months suspended sentence. Photographers got 1 year suspended terms, and the court awarded Daniel about $27,000 in damages. After splitting from Stephanie, Daniel penned another sharp novel-style critique about life inside the Principality Imaginary, a thinly veiled Monaco metaphor. He launched a singing career and appeared on Italian and French reality TV, trying to reshape his image. At number 7, we have King Carl XVI Gustav of Sweden's scandal, revealed by his ex-mistress, Camilla Henemark. According to the 2010 unauthorized biography, Den Motvillage Monarchen, or The Reluctant Monarch, Camilla, former lead of army lovers and pop culture figure, had a long love affair with King Carl in the late 1990s. Camilla herself confirmed the relationship, pushing back on tabloids by saying that they had, quote, played and had fun, but stressing it wasn't about being a courtesan. According to Expressen, in an Expressen docuseries, Kunjen Med Tava Ositkin, or The King with Two Faces, she spoke about the 2-year period of close interaction. It was lighthearted but carried undertones of an interest that wasn't okay. She described the feeling as, "It was like a fantasy bubble, like being in love, a 14-year-old kind of love, totally brain confused, but by the end, she felt used," stating, quote, "It started feeling a bit slobby. We'd meet for an hour, then he'd be whisked away, and I'd be shoved into a taxi." She called it shashkit, grubby or shabby, translated roughly, and that she decided finto. Then Motvillage Monarchin claims the king engaged in hot tub parties at Millie Markovich's underground club with models, and Camilla said that she saw Sapo agents helping conceal his antics, removing photos and ensuring records stay hidden. Following the explosive revelations, Camilla said she was, quote, haunted for weeks after the king's press conference. The next royal scandals weren't just private, they involved money, power, and humiliation. One ex dragged the queen into it, another got paid millions and still went public. Next, we have Prince Ernst of Hannover scandal revealed by his ex-wife Chantal Hockley. During their first 16 years of marriage, Ernst was reportedly serially unfaithful, but Chantal claimed she tolerated it as long as he was discreet. However, in 1996 or 97, it emerged that Ernst had begun a relationship with Princess Caroline of Monaco, reportedly a once close friend of Chantal. Then Paris Match published a telling photo in the early months in 1997. Ernst and Caroline embraced, despite his marriage to Chantal. According to Hello magazine, that photo and the public betrayal promoted Chantal to file for divorce March 97, accusing him of third-party influence. The divorce was finalized September 97 in London, and Chantal revealed that he had cheated often, though supposedly discreetly. However, before evidence emerged, Chantal publicly insisted rumors were false. Also, having Caroline, a close friend, as his side piece hurt doubly hard. The visuals and betrayal from a friend forced her to end the marriage, but she kept her style of Princess of Hannover. She reportedly secured a $10 million indemnity. A few months later, Ernst popped the question to Princess Caroline. Their daughter, Princess Alexandra, arrived April 1999, cementing the whole "stole my husband" saga. The scandal wasn't just about cheating, it was about the emotional weight of betrayal and public humiliation, which Chantal didn't shrink from exposing. At number 5, we have Prince Andrew of the United Kingdom scandal, revealed by his ex-wife, Sarah Fergie Ferguson. Fergie admits Andrew stepped in to clear her massive debts. Some reports say as much as $350,000 in cash, plus $500,000 in gifts from the Queen, and a monthly allowance reaching anywhere around $500,000 as well by 2010. She was once described to him as, quote, her knight on a white charger, making sure that she and their daughters were financially secure. In a US chat show around 96, Fergie hinted their marriage wasn't exclusive. Andrew, quote, always knew exactly what was going on. However, Fergie clarified it wasn't a shade-spilling expose, just a remark about mutual understanding, not a confession of secret affairs. They divorced to each other, not from each other, according to Fergie. They continue living together at Royal Lodge, co-parenting their daughters Beatrice and Eugene, and even enjoying afternoon tea together. She often praises his parenting, quote, a thoroughly good man, shines as a grandfather. Despite the fallouts, Fergie remains unwavering in their defense of Andrew. She continues to call him a kind, good man and supports him publicly. In a recent emotionally charged piece, she even said she'd marry him again 100%, noting him as great and with a kind heart. According to Hindustan Times, Fergie's spillings of scandalous secrets about Andrews dragged Andrew's name through the mud. Next, we have King Juan Carlos I of Spain's scandal revealed by his ex-mistress, Karina Zu saying what Jen Steen's saying. According to the BBC, Karina, a Danish-German businesswoman, was romantically involved with Juan Carlos from 2004 to 2009, and confirmed by public appearances and interviews. In 2012, the former king reportedly gifted her about $65 million, describing it as a gesture of gratitude. In a revealing podcast series, Karina and the King, she stated Juan Carlos proposed to her twice, and even fantasizing about making her Princess of Bourbon, though the title was entirely fake. She noted he was desperate, orchestrating fake ceremonies and dangling royal titles to win her back after their split. Karina accused Juan Carlos of causing problems in her life. Her homes in Monaco, Switzerland, and London were reportedly searched for documents and other devices. One unsettling discovery was a book about Princess Diana's demise. She also said she experienced other problems related to this and suggested that she and her children may face problems if she didn't cooperate. In 2020, Karina filed for a $126 million lawsuit in London, alleging severe emotional problems stemming from these events. Her claim included being pressured to return $65 million, as well as a wide-reaching campaign to destroy her reputation. Courts ruled she faced sovereign immunity for actions while Juan Carlos was king, and ultimately that the UK courts lacked jurisdiction to hear her case. And just when you think no more secrets could spill, the next royals faced international headlines, custody wars, and accusations that shocked entire kingdoms. At number 3, we have King Albert II of Belgium scandal, revealed by his ex-girlfriend Baroness Sybil de Saint-Longchamps. She had a long-term extramarital affair with King Albert II of Belgium, which began in the mid-1960s and lasted until approximately 1982. Their relationship resulted in the birth of a daughter, Delphine Boyle, in 1968, who was initially registered as the child of Sybil's then-husband, industrialist Jacques Boyle. De Despite the affair, Sybil reportedly persuaded Albert not to divorce his wife, Queen Paola. The affair and Delphine's parentage were first publicly acknowledged in 1999 in a biography of Queen Paola, which the court dismissed as gossip. However, King Albert alluded to marital crisis in the 1960s in his 1999 Christmas message, which was widely interpreted as a reference to the affair. After years of silence, Sybil spoke openly about the affair and their daughter in a 2013 televised interview titled, quote, "Our daughter is called Delphine," detailing a relationship with Albert and Delphine's birth. That same year, Delphine filed a suit seeking loyal recognition of Albert as the father and requested DNA testing, which Albert initially resisted. In 2017, Delphine's lawsuit was initially dismissed, but after further proceedings and the exclusion of Jacques Boyles as her biological father, a Belgian court ordered King Albert to provide DNA samples. According to Sky News, in January 2020, DNA results confirmed Albert as Delphine's biological father. Next, we have Shik Muhammad of Dubai's scandal revealed by his ex-wife, Princess Haya of Jordan. Princess Haya bint Hussein, the daughter of Jordan's former King Hussein and one of 6 wives of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of Dubai and influential horse racing owner, left Dubai for Britain in 2019, claiming she faced a lot of problems. This marked the beginning of a highly publicized and costly divorce battle. Princess Haya stated that she left after discovering Sheikh Mohammed had previously taken 2 of his other daughters, Sheikha Latifa and Sheikha Shamsha, and then returned them to Dubai. She also allegedly had an affair with her British ex-army bodyguard, which led to problems from the Sheikh, including a poem which was widely interpreted as a problem for her. Sheikh Mohammed divorced Princess Haya under Islamic law February 7, 2019 without informing her. Subsequently, he initiated legal proceedings in England seeking the return of their children to Dubai. Princess Haya, in turn, applied to the High Court for the children to be made wards of the court and sought a marriage protection order for her daughter and another order for her well-being. All orders were granted. According to the BBC, during the court proceedings, Princess Haya revealed sensitive information about the royal family, which damaged the reputations of royal family, which was made public by media later. And at number 1, we have Prince Nicholas of Greece. Scandal revealed by his ex-wife Tatiana Blotnick. In early 2025, Tatiana candidly spoke about feeling like she'd, quote, lost another layer of identity following the end of her 14-year marriage and Nicholas's remarriage. According to People magazine, she announced plans to travel to places that shaped me to reconnect with her roots and personal story. Reflecting on 2024 as a, quote, difficult year to say the least, she revealed her emotional challenges from divorce trauma to her stepbrother's disappearance, describing it as an avalanche of changes. She credited her mental health advocacy, though, breathes hella uniform of hope as therapeutic and a key support during tough times. In February 2025, she announced on Instagram she'd moved home and reaffirmed her intention to stay in Greece, thanks to her community support. After the divorce and amid new beginnings, Tatiana announced a partnership with NBA star Kevin Love's charity to expand her mental health platform in Greece, including retreats and emotional wellness initiatives. After her divorce, she revealed secrets about her marriage, described feeling stripped of who she was, reframing it as evolution and rediscovery. She opened up about grief, uncertainty, and the therapeutic role of her work and mental health. She also made it clear she's staying in Greece, supported by her community and family ties. She also shares her proactive efforts to scale up her wellness and mental health initiatives. With this, we end today's video. We'll be back for a new video shortly. Until then, happy watching and do subscribe to our channel if you still haven't.